Hi guys, I'm Matt. I'm a single gay dad of 3 children, and I thought I would come on and do a bit of a different video from what I normally do. You might have seen me in videos with my best friend Anna. So I was going to try and just do some little bits on my own as well. I'm currently decorating a headband for my daughter. They're doing World Book Day tomorrow at school, and the school has decided that they don't want to use costumes. They want us to make headbands, which obviously means that the parents then do that, because the kids, you can see the little picture that she's drawn, and then the rest is me, the mouse and the hand, which is quite good because I'm not that good at art. So it still looks like a 8-year-old's done it. So I'm going to be doing that while I'm talking to you, because she's got that tomorrow. And as I said, I'm a single gay dad. So about a year ago, me and my ex split up. We were together for 16 years. And we have 3 children together that we had via surrogacy. So my eldest is 10, and then I've got twins that are 8, and 2 boys and a girl. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm navigating single dad life. You know what? I think that life has a way of positioning you in, or repositioning you. As painful as it can feel, it repositions you where you need to be. And I've decided that I'm in my repositioning era at the moment, because that is what's going on in my life. I'm doing much better than I was. I think that I've got into the groove of it. But saying that, if I'm completely honest, I still have really hard times. And even like last night, just for example, so me and my ex used to watch MAFS, the Australian Married at First Sight, the Australian version, and it was like sort of our program. And I haven't actually watched it. I haven't watched any of the series since he left over a year ago. And I sat down because I keep seeing these little clips on TikTok of MAFS Australia, and I'm like, it looks so good. And there's a woman on there that I'm like fully obsessed with. I can't remember her name, but she's very zen and spiritual, and I just like her voice is like ASMR to me. And she bought like a little pad to remember everyone's name, and I love an Australian accent. I love just Australia. I've never been. It's on my bucket list. I want to go, but the kids have always been so small to do that flight. But I think now they're getting a bit older, I would actually love to do it. But yeah, I love an Australian accent, but mine goes into like Kith and Kim, look at me, because that's what I grew up on, and I do realise that most Australians do not sound like that. But anyway, I'll stick to what I was actually talking about. So I sat down, had a really busy day, really late day, because the kids have tutoring and after school club. So Tuesdays is always really tough anyway. So finally sat down about 9 o'clock and then put it on with a cup of tea. And as soon as the music started to play, I don't know, I just got really emotional and realised that my ex wasn't on the sofa next to me anymore. And then I was looking around at the house that I'm living in, that we bought, that was supposed to be the forever family home, and just how much huge change has happened within a year, and how your life can be completely turned upside down, and you're on a completely different trajectory than what you thought or dreamed, or is the opposite to what I thought my life would be at 35, nearly 36. And that's been a super humbling experience as well. And just to realise how beautiful, scary, unpredictable life can be. Because while that was happening last year, I also lost my nan, who was like a huge part of my life, and like a second mum to me. And till the day she died, she was a huge part of my life. So yeah, I think you have to let them emotions in, and you have to let all of that come in and feel it, and because that's a part of healing, and it is a part of the process. But I've also learned that there is no real process, as in there's no pattern of, I always felt, I think I'm like that as a person. I try and like tick things off. I'm like, yep, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. And I've sort of tried to treat my breakup like that. And I felt like I was like getting through that angry stage, getting through that sad stage, getting through the, grief stage, and almost ticking them things off and thinking, oh God, thank God I've got over that. And then they hit you like a ton of bricks, and I'm like nearly a year later, and last night hit me like a ton of bricks. And I think you still get them moments of like disbelief where you actually can't believe that this is how different your life is. And that's really hard to understand sometimes, but also I have like moments of pure joy with the kids where it's like, this is where I'm supposed to be, this is my purpose, they are my purpose right now. I'm not saying that, that's not going to change as they get older and they get their own lives, of course, that goes without saying, but I also believe that they're my focus, and my family and my friends and the people that are around me, they really do keep me on the straight and narrow. But yeah, I think that I try to live my life by my own advice sometimes, because I think we can all do that. We can all be super good at giving people advice when they're going through a tough time, but actually being a bit deaf to it ourselves when we're going through a hard time. And I'm definitely a culprit of that. So I try and remind myself, and I keep lots of video diaries, written diaries, which I actually noticed that my youngest son has started to do, which is super cute. And he's a bit of a budding artist, so this is probably like, you probably shouldn't do this, but I go through his diary. He's 8 years old, and I just love reading. He'd done this whole segment on Harry Potter spells, and he'd made up all these spells. It's very cute. So I think it's good to show that you can express yourself and to your kids, because I don't want my kids to grow up feeling like they can't come and talk to me about anything, or if they're having a tough time, that they can't express themselves in whatever way that is for them. Because I wasn't like that as a child. I was very insular. I was very much like, I was brought up in a way that you didn't really rock the boat. You sort of just buried it and you got on with it, and you were all fine, and it was a happy family, and it was all good. And it was a happy family, but there was times where, I could have spoke about things and it could have been beneficial for me to have felt that someone was there listening to that. So I try and emulate that with my kids as much, especially since we've been going through what we've been going through with their parents breaking up. I wanted it to be a really safe space and allow them the space to talk. And I think I've really learned that. I've really learned how to listen to my kids the last year in a way that I never could before. Because my eldest son, he can't always articulate what he's feeling right then and there. But if you give him 5-10 minutes to sort of walk around the houses a bit, he will then give you the most clearest answer that you've ever heard. And I just get what he's feeling. But you have to allow him that time to get to that point, and allow him that space and that patience. And I want to instill that in them. I want them to know that I'm there and that I'm here to listen to them and to help them in any way that I can. But also, even when I can't help them, and there will be many times that I know they will come to me and it won't be things that I can help with. It will just be stuff that they have to go through, like we all do in life. But I want them to always feel that they can come to me and I will listen. And I think that's probably one of the biggest lessons that I truly cherish, that I've learned over this last year, is to be able to really listen to someone and not to try and fix it all the time. Just to give them that space to talk and to give them that outlet, taking in what they've said and really truly listening to it is truly all they need. Because I know that from first-hand experience. I didn't need, everyone wants to give you an opinion, and it's normally quite an angry opinion when you're going through a breakup, which I completely get. But when you're already dealing with that anger inside, sometimes it's too much to take on other people's as well. And I remember feeling like that when I was going through my breakup, that I would talk to my friends and my family and they would give me their anger. And as I said, I completely understand that, because they love me and they loved that person. And, we were all feeling let down by that. But I would come away from that situation with their anger on top of my anger, but also on top of my sadness and my grief. The next time that someone confides in me, I want to just let them talk, and I don't want to add to their load. I don't want them to come away feeling even more angry, even more upset, even more, I want them to feel that they've unburdened maybe a little bit of that, and I've taken that away and I've listened and I've heard them and I've seen them. So yeah, that was a big lesson that I learned going through what I've gone through. So yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and just do a little intro, because obviously I've not done a long video on YouTube before, so I just wanted to be like, hey. So please leave all your comments and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments, which I'm sure you will. But also give me some ideas, guys, what you want me to talk about, because I've got lots to talk about. But it would be great to hear from you if there's anything that you want me to talk about. And we will be uploading mine and Anna's next video very soon, so watch out for that. And yeah, take care.